you called me, you spoke to me on the phone the other day, and you asked if we had found one. I told you we hadn't, but we were. And we'll give you a call back if we found it. We haven't found it. So nobody ever said that we moved it. All right, have another one.
There it is.
She said shoes before you said shoes. I don't know if that's weird. Yeah, I'll take that.
Maybe I should almost do the recording now.
We don't want to run our power break.
No, but if I do the little recording now or say what it is. Alright, so pan it up.
Give me 1 second. Alright.
Hey, and welcome to Desire to Inspire Studios. My name is Trevor Henley and I'm the Inspirational Activist. And tonight we're here at the Santa Fe Chamber State of the City Dinner featuring the Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year, Green Business of the Year, Joe Garbarino Green Business of the Year, City of Santa Fe Employee of the Year, and Citizen of the Year. We will be live streaming starting at 5 o'clock. The event goes until 8 p.m. So stay tuned and watch the fun, watch the networking. Wish you were here with us, but at least you're here in live streaming. So thank you for being a part of Desire to Inspire Studios in the Santa Fe Chamber, and enjoy the evening. Now it hit stop. I probably should have had you. Awesome. All right, I'm going to start roaming, and just when they do the testing, get audio, make sure we're good with that, and then once that's good, come back over here and man this camera. Hello. Hello, hello.
Event don't you work?
I don't work any events technically, because it's all enjoyable. Sorry, Roxanne, you can't take any of these home. How are you guys? Good, good. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. Very good.
You know what I love about this, the way they did it?
I was going to say, but you need a mic.
Alex, is that a picture moment?
No, it's a video.
Oh, it's a video.
So we are going. And both cameras are recording, right? That's her. Do you hear me or no? So both cameras are recording. Very nice, very nice. It's all still wrapped and nice and pretty looking. Do you want to say anything real quick? Like hello and welcome and...
Fantastic. There's a hoisin aioli, a little swirl on our homemade chive biscuits.
All right, so what you got?
Spicy Italian meatballs.
And where are we at? Who are you?
Minutino in San Rafael on 4th Street.
There it is, perfect.
Looking at all this stuff involved in everything.
This is really fun. It's a time frame, mushroom ravioli with 12 feet down caviar and fried shallots. My pleasure, enjoy it. This goes great with that wine. All right, we'll name it after you.
You want to say anything, David?
I think I'm so happy to be here. I'm always happy to be here. It's probably 20 years now, something like that. And you look younger than I did at your age.
Perfect. And what do we got for us tonight?
This is a roasted mushroom ravioli with a Thai cream, done with a little black truffle caviar, a little Parmesan Asiago, and fried shallots. A little bit of truffle oil. And this young lady's going to taste it right here. Awesome. How are you?
Always, right? Alright, where are we at today? You guys were here a couple years ago, right? Or was it last year? Just starting out? You guys want to say anything to the world?
We're opening next week.
Oh, alright, well give me who you are, where you're opening, and...
So we're Pond Farm Brewing. We're in San Rafael, at the end of 4th Street. We'll be opening late next week. Have a pint.
Any chamber discounts?
I'm not the owner.
Nice.
Each 1.4 teaspoon is like 4 grams of pork. So, you want to try it? What would you like? The only thing is everybody's bringing their own plates. But here, I apologize, yeah.
Tell me something about tonight. What do we got here?
Well, we got the falafel from Julie's Hummus Bar, pita chips. And then we got baba ganoush, which is the eggplant. And then here we got garbanzo beans, which is your hummus. And the good thing about this food is all made from scratch, 100% from scratch. We boil ourselves, we make it like homemade. And then it's got a lot of fiber, and then you got a lot of protein in these foods, which is good for you and your digestive system.
Oh, you guys are gonna have to do that one more time.
Hello!
Alright, give me the camera. Nice. Alright, cheers, dude.
Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Sauvignon Blanc, our opaque brand, which is a Malbec, and then a Santa Lucia San Simeon Pinot Noir.
Awesome. Our winery is one of the most sustainable wineries in the U.S. 100% solar power, reclaimed water throughout the whole facility. Nice. Awesome. Well, enjoy. How are you? Get me off camera. How you been? Doing good. Doing good. Whoa. Whoa. Good to see you, man. What's happening? I know, right? Doing good. We're live streaming tonight. Nice. Oh, right. Live streaming the whole thing. Chris?
Startup Tam Commons in San Rafael, right north of the sea. We're the old billiards hall was, so it's an original Big Italy building. We're going to have the biggest outdoor seating patio in San Rafael. 35 taps, great food, tri-tip ribs chicken will be open by the end of the month.
That's awesome.
That's right, thank you.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
bar's right over there.
Okay, Trev, I think they're making you one.
Oh, I see how it is. We're doing a little live streaming tonight. Can you turn the wide view? ready to buy a new home. Let me know. Leslie for mayor. Nice. I don't have peripheral vision. My apologies. Switch wheels. Doing good. We're live streaming. You guys want to say anything to the worldwide?
Looking like a great event happening here, and congratulations to City Carpets. This is their table. They're one of the top choices of the whole committee here in the city of San Rafael. They work really hard to contribute to the city and the county we're in, and all the customers around. So I'm very grateful to the City Carpets and Mr. and Mrs. Bacteria who's going to be here shortly. And Mayor Gary Phillips, I love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, who are you guys? Who are you guys and what are you with?
Where?
Who are you and what are you with?
I am basically, I just look good, but I'm nobody. This lady is from Jasmine Market. I'm one of the Cedar Shopping Center for all the ethnic great stuff that you can't find anywhere else. Passenger, you should say something.
Hi, Trevor.
I introduce them, they'll come up. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? In like a minute. Come on. Come on. Are you guys ready? Yeah. I think up here. You all introduce you and then you come up, or you want to do the introduction? Okay. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Who's ready? All right. Raise your hand if you're ready. We got some over here. All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, 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 everyone. Shh, 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 shh. Good evening, good evening. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. 400 of you have come out tonight to celebrate. Welcome to the 35th Annual State of the City Dinner. My name is Joanne Webster. I'm President and CEO. Tonight is about community, bringing you all together to celebrate the best of San Rafael, the place where we work. Some of you live, many, many of you volunteer, and hopefully lots more of you eat, drink, play, and shop in San Rafael. San Rafael is the place where we intersect, and the chamber is where everybody belongs. I'm very, very proud that the chamber brings together business leaders from diverse sectors with government officials, educators, nonprofits, green champions, and the arts. The arts play a large role in our local economy, and they make a huge impact in our community. And with that in mind, I am very pleased that the Marin Symphony is joining us this evening, and they are going to play for you during dinner service. I'll be back shortly, but in the meantime, please welcome Todd Brody, Marin Symphony Executive Director, and his colleague, Dan Leviton, Marin Symphony's Principal Harpist.
Thank you very much, Joanne, and it's great to be here tonight representing the Marin Symphony. The Marin Symphony has been providing great music to our county for 67 years. I'm personally very impressed by that number. I think that makes us one of the oldest businesses in Marin, and we provide music to people from young kids all the way up through senior citizens. Lately, we've been providing music to people in San Quentin State Prison, and we're just happy to do that for everyone here. So thrilled to be here to play some music. that's ever been created, and I'm one of those people. This is by the German composer Gluck, and this is his Minuet and Dance of the Blessed Spirits.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Dan. All right, I'd like to give a big shout out to our restaurants tonight that served our appetizers. Classic Culinaire Catering, Equator Coffee, Homeward Bound of Marin, Il Davide, David Hayden, thank you so much for what you do for our community. Iron Springs Public House, they were nominated for Downtown Business of the Year as well. Julie's Hummus Bar, if you haven't been there, they're in the City Plaza. Pond Farm Brewing was here. They're gonna open very, very soon. Thank you, Pond Farm. Raboli Family Wines, the winemaker was with us. And Vin Antico right on 4th Street. And I'd like to thank Peacock Gap for hosting. Please patron these local restaurants and hire our caterers. It's really, really important to our local economy. I'd like to recognize our elected officials here as well. Office of Senator Mike McGuire, District Director Carol Mills. Office of Assembly Member Mark Levine, District Director Melissa Apuya. Supervisor Damon Connolly. Supervisor Katie Rice. Mayor Gary Phillips. Councilmember Kate Collin. Vice Mayor Andrew McCullough. I very much enjoy working with City Manager Jim Schutz. City Attorney Rob Epstein. City Clerk Lindsay Laura. Novato City Council Member Eric Lucan is here. Welcome to this side. And from the San Rafael City Schools Board, Greg Nell, Linda Jackson, and Micah Lawrence Gulati. Thank you. And it's my delight to have former Mayor Al Borough with us this evening. 20 years. And of course, another favorite person I love to work with, Councilmember Mary Beth Bushy. None of this work would be possible without the support of our annual Leader Circle sponsors. They're absolutely crucial to the Chamber's overall success and for the expansion of our programs. And I'd like to personally thank the top-level leaders tonight, the Marin Independent Journal, Hanson Bridget, Marin Sanitary Service, CPI Developers, Mercedes-Benz of Marin, Monaghan Pacific, North Bay Biz, Bank of Marin, Bio Marin, Embassy Suites, Seagate Properties, Kaiser Permanente, Redwood Credit Union, Wells Fargo Bank, and Whistle Stop. Thank you. And we have some top-level event sponsors tonight. I'd like to recognize Bellum Self-Storage, City Carpets, Umpqua Bank, and Drake Terrace. Thank you so much for your support. Every good CEO knows that they are only as good as their team, and I am so fortunate to be surrounded by dedicated, talented, brilliant people every day that work really, really hard to support you. My office manager, Carolyn Bopp, program manager, Leslie Piper, business development director, Leonard Weingarten, and events and marketing manager, Julie Hormachea. And you all might want to know that you are being live streamed tonight. So wave, everybody, you're being live streamed. on the Henley Photography YouTube account. And I'd like to do a shout out to Trevor Henley for all the work you do for the Chamber. Thank you so much, Trevor. And now I'd like to introduce our board chair. Lorenzo Jones is a professional executive business coach, speaker, facilitator, and trainer with more than 20 years experience. Shh, 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 shh. Thank you. And I know personally that Lorenzo is compassionate, intuitive, and an open-minded professional. His knowledge and abilities to understand all aspects of business organizations has grown over 20 years. The companies that Lorenzo has supported are all very familiar. Marin Clean Energy, Whistle Stop, the City of San Rafael, the County of Marin, Brayton Purcell, the Boys and Girls Club, Marin School, Levi Strauss, Wells Fargo. And if that's not enough, he and his wife, Rochelle Edwards, have been distributing tasty products through their wholesale business, Taste and Kitchen Table, throughout San Rafael and Marin County. Lorenzo currently serves as the board chair and is actively involved in supporting you, our business organizations, in all of your problems and issues for the well-being of our community. Please welcome Lorenzo Jones.
Thank you, Joanne. Who wrote that? Did you write that? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Again, my name is Lorenzo Jones, and I have a few things to just read off here. We've got a very exciting night tonight where we're going to acknowledge a lot of you that are in the room. But I want to take this moment and just share with you some of the things that we've accomplished as the San Rafael Chamber. And I'm not sure if you know what we do, but I'm going to read through some of the accomplishments. We've petitioned successfully for over 70 units of senior housing approved at 800 Mission Avenue here in San Rafael. We weighed in on local issues, yes. This is like the Golden Globe, so please feel free to. We weighed in on local issues, including district elections and the San Rafael Transit Center relocation efforts. We campaigned in 2 successful ballot measures keeping Marin on the move, measures AA and no on Prop 6. We launched new time limited parking in East San Rafael, reducing the number of illegal parked cars. We've lobbied the city to expand the downtown streets team to East San Rafael. Great job. And we focus regional advocacy with other chambers to give the North Bay a stronger voice in Sacramento. We've convened over 100 companies at the annual Business Showcase event that generated several hundred leads, and several of you are in the room tonight. And we've hosted the event here for the last 5 years. We've hosted the first annual Chamber, City, and County Job Fair. Let me repeat that. We've hosted the first annual Chamber, County, City, and Job Fair, connecting over 300 job seekers. That's pretty big accomplishments. We've enhanced our members' ability to make meaningful connections by adding new programs, along with the mixers and the ribbon cuttings that we also do. We also welcome 160 new members, 160 new businesses to the Chamber. So whether they be small or large, let's give those businesses a hand. We grew jobs by supporting the expansion of the Kaiser facility on Los Gamas Drive. We've welcomed over 100 new teachers to the San Rafael School District. We've honored 7 educators for their excellence in outstanding education, and we've celebrated the accomplishments of the women of industry and raised nearly $2,000 in scholarship funds for the San Rafael Leadership Institute. Great job. So we could not, if you think about all that I just read, a lot of you that are in the room tonight contributed to the success, but I want to pay some acknowledgement to some other members that are in the room tonight. As Joanne just mentioned, we have a great staff that supports her, supports the board, and supports the community. But we also have other individuals that volunteer their time. And I just want to acknowledge some of those individuals. So if you are an ambassador on the San Rafael Chamber of Commerce ambassador team, please stand up. If you are a current or alum of the San Rafael Leadership Institute, please stand up. If you serve on any of our other committees, please stand up. Any committees. Take a look around the room. You are the chamber, so thank you for your contributions. And I'd like to make this special acknowledgement, and this person doesn't know that I'm getting ready to acknowledge her, but you know, you've heard of the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, right? Have you heard of that? Where in our case, it takes a great leader to guide all of us. And so tonight is about acknowledging a lot of you that are in the room tonight. But it's not every day we get to acknowledge our fearless leader, Joanne Webster. You know, Joanne, come up here just a little bit. So Joanne and I met, and you know, she won't mind me telling this story. We met about 10 years ago, and we sat in San Rafael at the little Starbucks cafe, and it was an opportunity that was presented to her, and it was, should I become the CEO and the president of the chamber? So we had some great dialogue, and it was in that moment that I saw this diamond just being developed. And so for the last 10 years, Joanne has been guiding us at the chamber. So I just personally want to acknowledge you and thank you for all that you've done, all that you've created. So again, and for some of us, all of us in the business world, sometimes, you know, we have a boss that we get to enjoy and we work with. Joanne, she has a new boss every year as the board chair, and so she constantly has to reinvent the way that she leads, the way that she interacts, and she's very patient at it. So I just want to acknowledge you for that. Thank you. So again, we have board members. If you are a current board member, please stand up. Let me just give you some acknowledgement. Please, thank you. We have a very active, very supportive board. We all appreciate you. If you are a past board member, please stand up. Let's acknowledge you as well. Past board members. And Joanne, would you like to please join me back on stage? Thanks, everyone. So this is where we get to acknowledge some of you. So we're going to start the award and the acknowledgement process now. So please, let's give everyone a big round of applause as we bring them up. So in 1992, the Chamber established an award to recognize a member of the Chamber's Board of Directors for outstanding service. The award was named in honor of Mary Lou Jacobson, a realtor who was the first female president of the San Rafael Chamber. She was a talented, creative volunteer who gave exceptional service to the organization. The exceptional mark that she and many more have made as a San Rafael Chamber member have helped shape the esteemed organization that the San Rafael Chamber is today. So, without further ado, I am proud to present the Mary Lou Jacobson Award for 2018 to Steve Fox in recognition of his outstanding service. And let me share a little bit about Steve. Steve currently serves on the Chamber Board of Directors as the treasurer. He also serves on the Economic Vitality Committee and is active in the East San Rafael Working Group. He's an invaluable resource to the entire Chamber organization and the team. He's brought his financial acumen to the board and has kept the ship sailing straight for several years. Yeah, we need a straight ship sailing. Under his leadership, the organization changed accounting, or CFO of E&O Products here based in San Rafael, so if you don't know. So, yes.
This award because I'm the only one who can pronounce Elisa Giambastiani correctly. Those of you who knew her, she was a legacy. She was amazing. She was the president and CEO of the San Rafael Chamber for 20 years. And we named an award after her. It's the Elisa Giambastiani Business Advocacy Award. She was a leader in the chamber. She was always ready to advocate for individual businesses on state and local levels. And she was very effective in promoting the long-term interest of the community. And tonight, it gives me great pleasure to award the Elisa Giambastiani Business Advocacy Award to Casey Mazzoni. Casey currently serves as a board director, but more importantly, she's been the vice chair of the Governmental Affairs Division and the Governmental Affairs Committee for the last 6 years. And in 2018, after she attended a North Bay Chamber's unrelenting support of the business in San Rafael and a commitment to a healthy economy, that we are recognizing Casey tonight.
Okay. At this time, I would like to introduce our esteemed Mayor Phillips. Mayor Phillips has been the mayor of San Rafael since 2011. From 1995 to 2007, he served 12 years as a San Rafael City Council and Burlingame. He served as managing partner for 15 years and head of a business consulting and advisory service division, specializing in business valuation, mergers and acquisitions, and litigation support. Gary sat on the advisory boards of the Golden Gate University and a regional bank. He received his degree and MBA from Humboldt State University and additional studies at Cal Berkeley. And he also plays, just on a side note, a little golf, is a pilot, and has way too many cars. Gary, welcome.
What Lorenzo doesn't know is you've never had too many cars. Right, Al? In any case, I'm delighted to be here this evening and welcome everyone. And I want to particularly thank Joanne Webster and the Chamber of Commerce for putting this wonderful event on. It's an annual Interior Secretary, U Ambassador, EPA Administrator, and we're a Federal Reserve Governor. What does that sound like? Your federal government, I guess? Well, I'm... It's amazing. I am pleased, though, to report to you, on the other hand, San Rafael has virtually no vacancies in its key positions. And so maybe we aren't so much like the federal government. I would suggest, since Jared is not here, that might be a good thing. In any case, I want to recognize our employees that are represented here this evening. We have quite a few, and they're truly outstanding. And if you would please, if you're employed by the by the city of San Rafael, please stand. You know, we as a community are very, very fortunate, and I've seen quite a few operations, and I can see this clearly. We are very, very fortunate to have such an outstanding group of employees. They're smart, they're competent, they have the best interest of the city in mind, and it's an honor to be associated with them. And one person that I need to recognize this evening, and I'm pleased to do so, is the city manager of San Rafael, Jim Schutz. Jim, if you'd stand up. Jim has been with us since 2016. He is truly outstanding. We are so fortunate to have Jim. He gets along well with people. He deals with problems and issues. He helps our city council. I think each and every one of us would agree with that in ways that make it just a pleasure to work with the city of San Rafael. So, Jim, thank you so much. Thank you for your effort, and I'm going to applaud, and I hope others do as well. Now, I've prepared this, so I've debated whether or not I should go through it, because you've heard some with a good exchange of thoughts. Also, with the city, our esteemed city attorney, Rob Epstein, does a terrific job for us. Keeps us out of us most trouble, not all, but we try to avoid that sort of thing, but keep him busy, it seems. And Lindsay Laura, also our elected city clerk. Others, and I'll breeze through these quickly. Damon Conley, it's a pleasure to work with Damon, District 1, representing the majority of San Rafael. Katie Rice, a real pleasure, District 2, but also covers a portion of San Rafael. And I think Dennis Rodoni was here earlier, perhaps not now, but earlier he also represents San Rafael. So we're blessed with 3 supervisors, lucky us. Eric Luke, and I can't go much further without mentioning Eric, who is a good guy. And he also happens to be the mayor of Novato. And so, Eric, it's great to have you here this evening. Thank you. We're fortunate to have also representatives of our state senator, Mike McGuire, Mark Levine, state assemblyman, and Jared Huffman. I was here last year but couldn't make it this year. You probably understand why. And it is indeed my pleasure to once again recognize former mayor of San Rafael for I don't know how many years, a bunch. Al Boro is a great friend. Al, nice to have you here this evening. So I'd like to talk a little bit tonight about 6 areas to perhaps bring you up to date on some of them and what we've been up to. They are public safety, housing, homelessness, transportation, financial stability and the economy, arts and culture, equity, stability, and sustainability and good government. So let's start with the public safety. You know, last year I was here and we were talking about renditions of our new, at that point in time, fabrication of imagination, our new fire stations, and we're making significant progress on them. In fact, the first will be opened in May. It'll be 52, which is near Montecito Center. So we'll have a ribbon cutting for that. Shortly thereafter, 57, which is Civic Center, and followed by probably at the end of this year, the downtown public safety center. And I'm sure you've seen it. It's kind of big, a little bit bigger than I imagined, but it's going to house, of course, all our police and fire and administrative offices. And so it's going to be great to have those facilities new and functional under all conditions. You know, I want to recognize you all, though, because without you and without the community, we would not have had available to us the $80 million that it's taken and will take to construct those 3 plus additions, renovations, improvements, seismic improvements to the others. So I want to recognize each and every one of you for helping us accomplish that. That's so needed in our community. So thanks, everybody. Thank you. I'm proud, and maybe brag a little bit, but I'm proud of what we've accomplished with regard to those entities. Like I said, they're substantial. There's $80 million. But we said we were going to deliver it on time and on budget, and we are. So I'm very pleased with that. Speaking of keeping our community safe, I hope that you've all heard of our Wildfire Protection Action Plan. The City Council recently approved the action plan. It's an ambitious to protect our community from wildfire. While still in the early stages, and we're going to require your input to refine that we have as described as a framework to make it the best we can for our community to provide the best safety possible. So we are going to be asking for your input on this plan, but we've adopted it to move forward with, again, your help. I will give you a little heads up. Councilmember Bushy and I are going to be running a little campaign again. So you can expect maybe a parcel issue coming up. So watch your wallets because we're going to be out there after you. But we're going to try to put something together to protect this community. I think after Santa Rosa and Paradise, we saw what took place in those communities and the devastation that, in fact, literally wiped out major sections of Santa Rosa and all of Paradise. So I think it's important that we recognize the need for this, and the City Council has, and we're proceeding. And I have a special dedication to our fire chief, Chief Gray, who's put together this plan with Quinn Gardner, our emergency services, have put together a wonderful plan for the city of San Rafael. But we will be, of course, working closely with the county to make it broad in scope. So stay tuned with regard to the wildfire because it's going to require each and every one of us to make it effective. We are one community after all, and certainly as demonstrated by those who were devastated, it does in fact take a community to come together to avoid the issues that wipe them out. So let me talk a little bit about housing homeless. We've come a long way as addressing homeless. Much remains to be done, but we're seeing a good response on a broader community-wide and county-wide, I would suggest, basis, which is a step in the right direction. Our relationship with the county, specifically Supervisors Kate Rice and Damon Conley, is to be applauded, and thanks for doing so. They work very well with us, and we're delighted to consider them both and the others as well, but in this context, big job on that. John Gamlin has stepped up. He's not here this evening, and he can't refute, but he has stepped up to also assist in this area, so expect big things to happen. I do think that we are on the right path on this important issue for this community, as so many others, but we are making progress. We also, as a city, are working to develop a common sense regulation to protect renters. You know, 48% of our residents, in fact, rent, and certainly they are subject to, and we've seen it recently, unfortunately, substantial increases in rent that has in many cases forced vacating what was their home prior. And so we're taking steps to put together something that makes some sense for all parties. We have several individuals from apartment owners to Marin Legal Aid that's helping us, along with Dennis Rodoni, to come up with a plan similar to the county's to provide renters protection. It includes our downtown. It's going to talk about and set the stage and direction for our future improvements in the downtown and development in the downtown. It's going to be significant. You know that the transit center is moving, and so we're going to see significant changes in the downtown. Mary Beth Bushy, Councilmember Mary Beth Bushy, has been instrumental in many of these steps and will be more so as we go along. Transportation, let's talk a little bit about transportation. It's not getting better, we realize that. But certainly the progress we make, it comes with those challenges. And I mentioned a moment ago the transit center. We know that the SMART is going right smack dab through the transit center. It's going to require the relocation of the transit center. It's spearheaded primarily by Golden Gate because that's their operation. But we certainly have a pretty heavy thumb on the scale that's going to determine and decide where that transit center is going to be located. So we look forward to that relocation, but as a community, a heads up, watch this thing because it's going to have a significant impact on how our city presents itself and further develops over a very long period of time. So advise us at any time with regard to the transit center. If you have any feelings about it, we'll appreciate it. Recently, we've seen significant SMART ridership milestones. You probably know we crossed 1 million riders not too long ago. I think we're 1.3 million right now. And 100,000 bikes have also traveled on our SMART. Thank you. So we've done a lot. We are in the midst of, as you probably know as well, if you've traveled on West Francisco, we are in the process of going to Larkspur, be there by the end of this year. And therefore, the train will be able to go from Santa Rosa to Larkspur, the ferry building, and then on to San Francisco from there. So we made real progress with regard to the SMART. We're working with other funding sources in case you're interested about a multi-use path. I know Eric is with Mike's Bikes. and certainly many of us are interested in having a multi-use path go along with, parallel to the smart tracks, and we are going to have that going from downtown San Rafael to Larkspur. And if you thought these projects were putting us in a position where we had our hands full, you're right. But our Department of Public Works, headed by Bill Gamlin, is pushing forward on other projects, such as Grand Avenue Bridge is in place. We're able to travel more freely at the intersection of Las Colinas and Fridas Parkway. And we're helping, I hope, many of you with the sidewalk, the issues that we have. Sidewalks have been damaged, creating a hazard, but we're co-sponsoring, if you will, improvements there. So, what about our financial security? What's the deal there? A lot of cities are having some significant problems. Well, every city does, but I am pleased to report to you tonight that San Rafael continues to operate at a balanced budget, and that includes a pretty substantial amount. Thank you. It does include a very substantial amount to our pension obligation, but we're fighting daily to keep those in sync. And Councilmember John Gamelin, who has been very helpful in this regard, so I appreciate John's help. He and I do a little bit on this. But heads up, to be honest with you, I'm becoming increasingly concerned about our sales tax revenues. And the reason for that is we've seen a number of our retail operations, be they Sears, Osh, Toys R Us, close. And so there's a concern there. And one of the results is a widening gap in the compensation that we're able to pay our employees. And so we may have to address that issue sooner than later. But on the bright side, you know, here we are. You are the business backbone of our city. And a delightful group, and we're most pleased to have you among us. So keep up the good work. On another slightly different subject, but in the area of business, if you will, a number of our communities in California are addressing the issue of cannabis, and we are too. We're approaching it understanding that the community as a whole, Marin County, if you will, was certainly in favor of providing on a legal basis cannabis. 70% of you voted in favor, so we're trying to accommodate that wish. We're going about it in I think a pretty controlled and careful way. We've approved 13 so far deliveries, manufacturing and testing parties, and so we will continue to watch and see how this develops, and we hope that we do it so it makes some sense to our community. Of course, we have a number of other businesses that are starting. You've seen them. There's some tonight, in fact. Particularly brew pubs and restaurants have been great. And some notable expansions. BioMarin, you see it's ever increasing in size. And soon, you may see and hear about a significant change to Northgate, which I think most of you will be pleased with. Getting close, arts and culture. I want to touch just briefly on it because we are one of 14 arts cultural districts in the state of California. So we're very, very pleased with the group that helps us present arts and culture in San Rafael. We also have been working on some parks. As you probably know, you've been probably out there playing on our new equipment. We have new equipment. I'm sure we'll meet those goals. And with 2020 just around the corner, you're going to see a shift in how our city council is elected. We have 4 districts that we've decided, so there'll be elections in 2 of those in this coming year, including the Canal, which does not have an incumbent. And just to make this a little more interesting, at this time, it seems most likely that both Vice Mayor McCullough and I will be stepping down from City Council in 2020. So in closing, thank you for attending this evening. I am grateful and honored and pleasure of serving as mayor of the city with a mission. And thanks everyone for making San Rafael such a special place that it is. Thank you.
And a $50 gift card to TMB Sports. All right.
We need more applause than that. Come on, who wants to win? Okay. All right, here we go.
Who's the lucky winner? Who's the lucky winner, Lorenzo? Who is it?
David Armstrong. Are you here? David Armstrong. He's right here. Come on up. Come on up. David, what company are you with? Say it right here. Come on.
Fairway Independent Mortgage.
All right, thank you. Give him a hand. All right, next up, Joanne, what do we have here?
All right, we have a gift pack from EO Products. And I love this stuff. Peppermint and green tea. I think I got that right.
All right, you wanna announce this one?
All right, I don't know, is Kelly from Vinantico here? She was a vendor today. I don't know if she was here. All right, we gotta pick somebody else. Ooh, Connor Wackerman, you are gonna like this.
Connor, I think we know. No, come back up here. Come back up here. I think we know who you're with, but would you mind just turning around and
I'm with the San Rafael Pacifics. Go Pacific.
All right, thank you. So let's keep going here with some acknowledgments. So at this time, we're going to acknowledge, and this is it's a pretty significant award, like they all are, but this is being presented by the mayor, and it is the Citizen of the Year award. So this award, this is employee. Okay, are you ready? Come on up.
Well, this is a big deal. It's a big deal because we have about 400 employees. So put yourself in a group of 400. And our employees select on a quarterly basis the quarterly employee of the year. So you go 400 down to 4. That's a pretty big jump. And then from that 4, the employees select 1. So that's a big deal, right? That is really a big deal, and I am most pleased to recognize, once again, we did this earlier in the city facilities, but I am most pleased to recognize Juan Carlos Sorta. Juan Carlos. So we're giving him a bunch of stuff to going to have to add a new room for all the plaques and so forth, but it's a real pleasure. Thank you very much for being here this evening. And now, another special award, that is the San Rafael Citizens of the Year Award. And this, too, is a big deal because how many citizens do we have in San Rafael? 60,000? So that's a pretty big group to draw from and whittle down. And I'm most pleased to recognize Jeff Kramer as Citizen of the Year. Jeff. I need to just say one thing about Jeff. Many of you know Jeff and how kind and community-oriented he is. He spent considerable time with the Marin History Museum that Al knows and a number of others, working with the History Museum. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for Jeff, we would not have a Marin History Museum, period. And so for that, it's my pleasure to once again say thanks, Jeff.
So this was just handed to me. Apparently, there's a street named after you.
Okay, a little prop change here. Do we have Michelle coming up? Okay. Michelle Eckhoff, are you in the room? Michelle.
We want to invite last year's Small Business of the Year winner, Eckhoff and Company, Michelle Hasid, to the stage, please.
All right. All right, so this year we're highlighting 13 nominees in the small business category. 13, that's quite a bit. Yeah, back in the room. These small businesses are very passionate about San Rafael. They give back in areas from dressing our workforce for success, helping our veterans, providing warm items for the homeless, and preparing our children for the future. They make huge donations to our public schools, host free summer reading programs, enlighten our teens, give free financial literacy workshops, and provide healing opportunities for single mothers. They provide good jobs for our local workforce, and they've touched the lives of many through generous giving, outstanding volunteer work, and compassion for those that need it the most. These are the nominees for our Small Business of the Year Award. Bloom Marin. City Carpets, where are you? City Carpets. Friends Books, Friends Books. I Made It Glass Creations. Heartland Institute of Financial Education, John Schweitzer. Maple Lawn Events. Marin Link, Maije Mandarin Chinese Immersion Child Care Center, Minuteman Press of Marin, Peruvo Auto Repair, Trevor Henley Photography, Trips for Kids Marin and Recyclery Bike Shop, and the Valley Memorial Park Cemetery and Funeral Home. All right, Michelle, come on up. You get to read.
Okay. And the winner is City Carpets. City Carpets is a locally owned and operated family company and has been based in Santa Fe since 1993. City Carpets supports many organizations, local schools, and youth programs such as Youth in Arts, Italian Street Painting Marin, and the Milo Foundation. The owners of City Carpets, along with others, purchased the Harbor Center in 1998 and saved the center from being turned into a medical facility. They brought many local small businesses to the center, saving jobs and contributing to our local tax base. City Carpets has been involved with many programs that help reduce homelessness in Marin and Sonoma County, including Homeward Bound of Marin, Grateful Gatherings, The Living Room, and Adopt a Family of Marin. City Carpets raises money every year to build smart homes for our catastrophically wounded veterans through the Stephen Siller Foundation and Building for America's Bravest.
Thank you guys so much. When we saw that we were nominated this year, we were so proud, especially to see the other companies that we do business with in the same category, Trevor Henley Photography, Minuteman Press, Trips for Kids, and all the other.
Stacy Beckhart, would you please join us at the stage? Our large businesses make up an essential part of the economic health of our city and contribute to the vibrancy of life here. They provide hundreds of jobs, deliver crucial information to our community, provide fresh groceries to our neighborhoods, and care for the most vulnerable youth in our community. They support our local small businesses regularly by donating goods and services, free marketing, and advantageous opportunities. They step up when the chamber calls, and they're always thinking outside the box. Our large businesses generate millions of sales tax dollars, and Gary, we're going to work on that. Everybody here, please spend the majority of your money.
The Marin IJ has been a San Rafael Chamber member for 99 years. The Marin IJ initiated and was a founding partner of the Giving Marin Community Partnership. Giving Marin has contributed $60,000 to Marin's nonprofit community, along with providing more than 750 print and digital ads. The Marin IJ leads spirited community discussions on contentious issues through its video series, IJ Forums. The Marin IJ champions the voice of women through their North Bay Women magazine. The Marin IJ has given power to youth by organizing the Lobby Lounge that showcases the best young musicians in Marin. The Marin IJ award-winning team of journalists have been informing the residents of Marin County for the last 158 years. Congratulations.
Is in the room here. There's Mary back there. Congratulations to you. You know, we believe journalism is a cornerstone of democracy, and we are blessed to have a talented news team and amazing ad staff and designers, and these people behind you are the backbone of getting the work done every day at our organization, and they and their predecessors have put out a daily newspaper every day for more than 150 years, so I want to commend them for doing a terrific job. Or something. So just to sum up, we belong to the chamber because we believe in the power of partnership. So think of the energy in this room and collectively how strong we are. Anyway, we're deeply appreciative of the
Municipality of San Rafael. We partnered with the Business Improvement District to create this new category. Our downtown businesses create a sense of place. They help others feel their best during times of transition, provide free massage services to the homeless population, and create job opportunities for single mothers needing to get out of an unhealthy life. They give back to the community by hosting events and fundraisers, and they even take the lead on saving a signature event, the Twilight Criterion. They are friendly and they are trustworthy merchants. Brick and mortar retail is vital to our downtown economy, and we are excited to nominate the following businesses for Downtown Business of the Year. Artworks Downtown. Bloom Marin. Body Wise Massage. Excellent Balance Bookkeeping and Accounting Services. Iron Springs Public House. And Mike's Bikes. Jaime, would you please do the honors?
Hola, San Rafael. Participant and collaborator and actively supports many community programs such as Youth in Arts, California Film Institute, and the Alter Theater. Art Works Downtown, listen to this. Their building is the residence for 17 affordable housing. Thank you for that. We need more of that. This unit, 17 housing units for the lowest income earners in Marin, and it is home to some of the most needed in our community. Art Works Downtown.
In the state of California, we've got over 50 downtown creative arts businesses in a very small geographic location. I don't know if a lot of people recognize that. And it really stood out to the State of California Arts Council when our collaborative group, and it's not just Artworks Downtown that this collaborative group, it's Bo Blanchard from California Film Institute. It's the Miko Lee from Youth and Arts who started this with Creative San Rafael that then merged into the downtown district. It's the Business Improvement District who had a county. And on Tuesday night, they released some really impactful numbers stating what the arts do for the county. And some of those numbers I thought I'd share with you, the business community, tonight. Did you know that 4.2% of the gross domestic product of the United States comes from the creative arts? Did you know that there are 162 creative nonprofits in Marin County, and there are 1,750 arts-related businesses in the county of Marin. All of these generate millions of dollars of economic revenue to restaurants, to beauty salons, to bars. People come to the downtown of San Rafael to do something, to go.
Chris from VenturePad, can you join us up here on stage, please? There you are. All right. Equal to planting over 200 million trees. These are our nominees. The Agricultural Institute of Marin, April Phillips Design Work, Inc., Bio Marin, the City of San Rafael, Classic Culinary Catering, Il David, Marin Art and Garden Center, Mike's Bikes, Mother Nature's Cleaning, New Gen Surgical Inc., Slide Ranch, and Sun First Solar. Let's give them all a good round of applause. All are deserving. Great workers. All right, Chris, would you like to open up the envelope?
I would love to.
Come on up.
So we divided this award up into two sections. There's a small Green Business of the Year award and a large one. And this year, they're equally distributed across two categories. So we had 6 nominees, and I'm going to talk to you about or announce the winner of the small green business of the year. Great category, and the winner this year is Marin Art and Garden Center. We were all at the cool table back in the far back area. So the center is pesticide-free, watered through a central irrigation system. Garden waste is composted. The center adheres to a strict environmental purchasing policy for all office supplies, cleaning products. It promotes recycling, composting in all of its buildings. It requires all caterers to be green certified businesses. The power of that dollar is important. Marin Art and Garden Center has reduced the amount of recycling and compostables by almost 40% in the last year. It's replaced all of its old lighting with lighting on motion sensors, so those lights do not get left on needlessly. And it's a forward-thinking business that has actively worked towards minimizing its impact on its environment. Diane, congratulations.
This is one of the few times in my life that I'm pretty much speechless. I was not expecting this, so I don't have a long list of wonderful prepared remarks, but I do want to say a couple of things. The Marin Art and Garden Center will be 75 years old in 2020. We opened our doors. We can applaud. This is good. We opened our doors in 1945 at the conclusion of World War II with an environmental background. Our fearless leader, Caroline Livermore, as many of you know who have been in Marin County for a long period of time, is one of the people who is responsible for this beautiful environment that we live in. Caroline is a particular heroine of mine because Carolyn was never against anything. She was always for something, and it was the for something that she would work towards, like Angel Island, like no billboards in Marin, like no Marincello, but she wasn't against those. She was for open space, she was for beauty, she was for the environment, she was for green before we had the kinds of green things that we are doing today. So I'm very pleased that the Marin Art and Garden Center has received this award. I cannot personally take credit for all of the things that our wonderful staff is doing, so I have asked Jennifer Anderson, who is our Director of Operations, to tell you a little bit about that. But I want to thank the Chamber and all of you. And if you haven't been to the Marin Art and Garden Center in a while, please come see us. We are going through a transformation. We have a master plan in place. And we will be working on our mission in new and wonderful ways going forward. And all of you, I hope to see all of you at our 75th anniversary celebration in 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Congratulations. Thank you. Unfortunately, the microphone is in the way. Congrats. All right. Woohoo! Okay. I'm standing in between you and getting home, so let's do this. All right, Large Green Business of the Year. I'd like to invite last year's winner up to the podium, please. Guide Dogs, Catherine Chapman and Greg Bailey, and please Teresa Stearns and Wills. Please join us. And I think Wills might have a little special treat in there. Does Wills have the special envelope, Teresa?
He may have it.
All right,
Yes.
all right. Would you like me to get?
Ready for that?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi, Wills.
All right. Should Wills announce the out?
Absolutely. And the winner of the Large Green Business of the Year is?
Wills, who's it? Okay, so before I announce the winner, I just wanted to say thank you to the City of San Rafael and the Chamber of Commerce from Guide Dogs for the Blind, because we could in no way really fulfill our mission without all of y'all's help downtown. So please give yourselves a round of applause. You've been so helpful to us. started 75 years ago in a town called Los Gatos. And for those people who know Spanish, that was completely inappropriate. So we're super happy to be here in San Rafael. And without further ado, Will says that the winner of the large green large business of the year is our favorite city, the city of San Rafael.
The City of San Rafael adopted a climate change action plan for achieving a 25% reduction of greenhouse gas by 2020 and an ambitious 80% reduction by 2050. The City of San Rafael adopted ordinances banning the use of styrofoam and single-use plastic bags and has a robust green purchasing policy that promotes local green purchasing. The city has taken extensive measures to green its operations, including providing recycling for
other communities to follow our lead.
Thank you very much. I want to thank the Chamber for this recognition. I'm Jim Schutz. I'm the city manager. I also want to thank all of our fellow nominees, because this is one area where we want everyone to win, where we need everyone to win of all the great work that they're doing. If I could thank and pass along credit to just one person, it would be this man standing right behind me, Corey Bidoff, who's our sustainability coordinator. Corey, who has probably worked with many of you, is just an amazing asset to the city of San Rafael and accomplishes really everything. So thank you so much to the San Rafael community, and thank you to the Chamber.
Thank you, everyone. So I get to close by saying, number one, thank you to everyone in the room, particularly all the winners. So let's give everyone in the room a big hand. And, you know, I personally like to thank, again, all of you for coming out tonight and supporting this event every year, supporting the city of San Rafael. Truly, we do appreciate it. So with that, we are a wrap. I would like to invite everyone that won an award tonight, so please come back on stage. Please, everyone that's won an award, please come back on stage for photos. And I believe that is it, unless, are we pulling any more raffle tickets?
The winners of the raffle prizes is on the board out as you check out. And don't forget to pick up a print directory. We're very proud of our print directory this year. We collaborated with the Marin IJ. Please pick that one up on your way out. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank